The temperatures are rising, slowly, cautiously, and the risk of nightly frost is growing slimmer by the day, which can only mean one thing: time to buy more earth. It's remarkable how much earth you need when starting a garden from scratch. We've been buying 60 bags at a time, up to 120 now, and I wouldn't be surprised if we pass 240 before all is said and done. Apparently, building soil is the quiet, expensive part of growing food.
Nice.
Our hope is that by next year, the compost and manure from our chickens, sheep and garden will give back enough to nourish the beds without quite so many trips to the garden centre. One day, these raised beds will be topped up fully. Until then, we dig, we haul, we repeat. Now, one crucial piece of this whole dream, perhaps the most crucial piece, is our very old, very temperamental tractor, the Massey Ferguson 203, known around here as Double Trouble, or when it's misbehaving, Butt Digger.
This here is the starter motor.
Okay.
At the beginning of the starter motor is the solar motor. I thought this was the solar motor.
Yeah.
It sat idle all winter, refusing to start. That is, until our friend Anders came by. Anders works with tractors for a living. He stopped in to check on our progress and generously offered to take a look at the problem. Within minutes, he found it. And, more impressively, he managed to explain it to Vince, who mostly nodded with a distant, slightly overwhelmed expression, and showed him how to bypass the issue by hot wiring the thing until we can install a proper starter button. Side note, that part that Vince had confidently referred to as a solenoid? Absolutely not a solenoid. Getting the tractor going again has been a game changer. That said, we weren't entirely in the clear. The diesel injection pump had sprung a leak, one that couldn't be ignored. But while it worked, we made the most of it. Vince jumped on the tractor and started carving out trenches for the next round of raised beds and expanding the orchard space. Our ground here is something else, filled with rocks, stubborn as ever. If you're digging by hand, the pickaxe comes first, then the shovel, then a long, deep sigh. You'll see what I mean in just a moment. For now, let's enjoy watching the tractor make light work of an otherwise unbearable job. Of course, no day would be complete without Vince pulling a bit of a stunt, and today's involved the tractor. As you'll see in a moment, he nudged the edge of the growing area at precisely the wrong spot, and the tractor spun around with the grace of a startled ballerina in steel boots. To fully appreciate what you're about to witness, you need to know two things. First, the brakes on this tractor are practically ceremonial at this point. And second, shifting gears is nearly impossible unless the whole machine is completely still. Combine that with the fact that he perched right near a steep drop and... broke.
That's no great to see.
Yeah.
Then, of course, the next day, it snowed. But honestly, after 3 years of living up here, it doesn't surprise us anymore to see snow this late in May. Good thing we haven't planted anything outside yet. Instead, we turned our focus to the sheep barn. We're expecting lambs any day now, and Chubby, our very round ewe, is practically expanding before our eyes. Time to make things a little cosier in there. Vince, you used to love digging, in that innocent childhood at the beach kind of way. But that affection faded fast after a few seasons in this rocky, stubborn soil. After catching a few reindeer trotting through the backyard, as one does, we brought our newest batch of chicks into the growing room, into the warmth of the chick box.
Yeah, you're counting the poo-poos.
Yeah.
How many poo-poos are there?
1, 2, 3, 4. 5.
5 poo-poos.
6.
That's one. Yay, good job.
Yay. 7.
A few days later, the snow melted. A forecast turned kinder, and just like that, it felt safe to say frost season might really be behind us. And that means it's planting time.
This is good because I want them off the grass here anyway.
Yeah.
What, here?
Yeah?
Yeah. Is that good?
No, there, where?
Oh, and there. Okay.
Where?
Yeah.
We filled our raised beds with Brussels sprouts, Romanesco, cauliflower, kale, celery, celeriac, spring onions, cabbage and kohlrabi.
Okay, good. And then put the plant in there. Okay.
What kind of one here and one there? I'll do it like this.
Okay.
Ooh, this one is heavy.
Yeah. It's a big plant, lots of roots. Okay, let me bring some of this earth over.
This.
Right,
I want to do a well.
Yeah.
Inside, we've got our pepper plants going strong. Several varieties of chilli among them. Vince planted gherkins and cucumbers. Then came the watermelons.
Yummy flour in it.
Our aubergines are coming along too, and I've been digging my way to a stronger bag and possibly some accidental cardio. Finally, some of the tomatoes got to move outside. They were absolutely ready for a change. We've decided next year we'll start sowing 2 weeks later. Lesson learned. Now, about that leaky diesel pump. It really does need fixing. Diesel isn't cheap, and neither are dreams.
Oh my god, that would be amazing if I actually managed to fix that. Alright. Only one way to find out, make sure there's diesel in it and get it started. Right. Somehow there's still diesel in it.
Vince screwed a nut too tight on the injection pump, which snapped off, and, well, you can see for yourselves.
You see that? This is why I don't want to fix things.
Time to call for help.
Hey Anders, it's Vince.
Life here teaches you patience. It teaches you humility. It teaches you that sometimes, no matter how well you plan, snow will fall in May and your tractor will leak diesel. But if you keep showing up, day after muddy day, you just might dig your way into something beautiful. Or at the very least, into another wheelbarrow full of rocks.